Overview. Google Cloud Virtual Private Cloud provide networking functionality to compute engine virtual machine instances, Kubernetes engine containers, and App Engine flexible environment. In other words, without a VPC network, you cannot create VM instances, container, or App Engine application. Therefore, each Google Cloud project has a default network to get you started. You can think of VPC network as similar to a physical network, except that it is virtualized within Google Cloud. A VPC network is a global resource that consists of a list of regional virtual subnetworks, subnets, in data centers, all connected by a global wide area network, WAN. VPC networks are logically isolated from each other in Google Cloud. VPC networks are logically isolated from each other in Google Cloud. Okay. In this lab, you create automate VPC network with firewall rules and 2 VM instances. Then you explore the connectivity for the VM instances. Objectives. In this lab, you'll learn how to perform the following tests. Explore the default VPC network. Create an automate network with firewall rules. Create VM instances using compute engine. Explore the connectivity for VM instances. Setup and requirements. For each lab, you get a new Google Cloud project and set up resources for a fixed time at no cost. Well, that's not exactly true, because when you start the lab, it costs 5 credits and you have to buy credit. So how is that no cost? I don't understand. But okay, the resources no cost, but the lab cost. Whatever. We're not gonna go with the start lab. We're gonna go with our own lab exercise. Okay, we're gonna skip here, skip to step 2, click open Google Cloud console. Range, use copy username, and we're not gonna use the lab provided. Important, you must use the credential the lab provides you. Do not use your Google Cloud account credential. Why skip? Okay. Well, obviously, yeah, it wants you to go with the lab. Use your own Google Cloud account for this lab may incur extra charges. Okay, it doesn't matter. Click through the subsequent pages except the blah 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 blah. We're gonna skip all this. After filming Google Cloud, it opens in this tab. Note, to view a menu with the list of Google Cloud product and services, click on navigation menu on the left. Type the service or product in the search field. Okay, you can do it here, or you can do it here. Okay. Each Google Cloud project has a default network with subnets, routes, and firewall rules. The default network has a subnet in each Google Cloud region. The default network has a subnet in each Google Cloud region. Okay. In the Google Cloud, in the Cloud console, click on navigation menu, click on VPC network. VPC network. Go back. We go to first project, and then let's go to VPC networks again. Let me see. Resources. Okay, we can create a new project, and we're gonna call it Lab 5315A1. Create, and spin, and then create project. This select project. Okay, now we have a new project we just created, and then go to VPC network. What? Compute engine. Create and run virtual machine. Create VPC network. Got to He said each Google Cloud project has a default network. Why is a blue dot here? Okay. Enable. Estimated charge $0 for the billing period July 1st to 18. Go to project setting. Not much. So it's that each project has, so each Google Cloud project has a default network with subnets. I don't see it. Compute engine. Okay, if I just click on VPC network, it said create a VPC network. Oh, right here we have VPC network. I have a default VPC network. Okay, there you go. Click on default. So why did why I don't get the pop-up now? Alright, I go to default, click subnet, notice the default network with the subnets. Each subnet is associated with Google Cloud region and a private RFC 1918 CIDR block for its internal IP address range and gateway. So there are different regions here. Each subnet, it says here, subnets here, and there's these many subnet. Each subnet is associated with the Google Cloud region. This one is associated with Africa South, Asia East 2, Asia Northeast 1, etc., etc. And a private RFC 1918 CIDR block. Okay, we have gateway, private Google access, flow, blah blah blah. We have primary IPv4 range, and then IP addresses range and gateway. I saw gateway before, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. These are the gateway. Okay. View the route. Routes tell VM instances and the VPC network how to send traffic from an instance to a destination, either inside a network or outside Google Cloud. Each VPC network comes with some default route to route traffic among its subnets and send traffic from eligible instances to the internet. In the left pane, click Routes, and in Effective Routes, click Network, and then select Default. Click Region, and select that region assigned to you by, we don't have anything. Let's do, we're on the East Coast, we're gonna do East 1. Click View. Okay. Notice that there is a route for each subnet. There's a route for each subnet. Okay. Subnet. Okay. These routes are managed for you, but you can create custom static routes to direct some packets to a specific destination. For example, you can create a route that sends all outbound traffic to an instance configured as a NAT gateway. View the firewall rules. Each VPC network implements distributed virtual firewall that you can configure. Firewall rules allow you to control which packets are allowed to travel to which destination. Every VPC network has 2 implied firewall rules that block all incoming connections and allow all outgoing connections. In the left pane, click Firewall. Notice there are 4 ingress firewall rules for the default networks. Default allow ICMP, that's for email. Default allow RDP, desktop, remote desktop, and then default allow SSH. Default allow internal, basically 80. These firewall rules allow ICMP, RDP, SSH ingress traffic from anywhere to all TCP, UDP, ICMP traffic within the network. The targets, filter, protocols, ports, and action columns explain these rules. Delete the firewall rules. Select all of the default network firewall rules. Select all of them. Click Delete and confirm. Okay, delete it. In the Cloud Console, in the navigation, we'll click on VPC and then VPC network. Select default. Click delete. Where's the delete button? I don't see no. Okay, probably on the right side. Click delete to confirm default network. I'm not able to delete. I think it might be because it's or delete here. Delete VPC network. We're gonna type default and delete. Deleting network. Okay. Still spinning. Okay, successfully deleted network. Now, when we go to firewall, we don't see no firewall. We deleted firewall anyway. And then when we go, here we go on routes, and we'll see no routes because before there were subnets. Okay, next, try to create a VM instances. Okay, so we go to compute engine, VM instances, where's the create instance? Is manage. Hey, still here. Gonna go to compute engines. Click on VM instances. I keep going back here. I cannot create a new instances. VM. Well, I can create a VM What's the other two? Okay, try again. Start chatting. Okay. I can create VM instances in my compute engine. Oh, I wonder what did they enable. So now I'm able to see this. Before it wasn't here. Huh. Okay, so I can click on create instance. You can see done, and it says some networking here. To VPC. Okay, there you go. Here, some form fields are incorrect. It said here network quiet subnet because there is no VPC network. Right, as expected, you cannot create without VM instance without a VPC network. Task 2, create a VPC network in VM instances. Well, we're gonna take a short break here. Alright. Last time we tried to create a VM instances without the VPC. we cannot, because as expected, you cannot create a VM instance without a VPC network. Okay, so we're going to cancel this. And we'll move on to task 2, create a VPC network and VM instances. Create a VPC network so that you can create VM instances. Replicate the default network by creating an auto mode network. In the navigation menu, click VPC, VPC network. And then we are going to create a VPC network. And I'm gonna do this is the ID for the lab, so we're gonna use that. Subnet creation mode. Where's the subnet creation mode? We're gonna do automatic. For firewall rules, select all available rules. These are the same standard firewall rules that default network had. Deny all ingress and allow all ingress rules are also displayed, but you cannot check or uncheck them because they are implied. These two rules have a lower priority. High integer indicate lower priority, so that they allow ICMP, custom RDP, SSH rules are considered first. So we are going to select all available rules. And then we're gonna have this ingress and egress. Create. Creating network. Successfully created network, and we are going to click on it. I'm gonna click on subnet. You can see it's created. If you ever delete network, you can quickly recreate it by creating an auto mode network as you just did. After recreating the network, allow internal changes and allow custom firewall rules. Region. Okay. Okay. Move on to create a VM instance in region. Create a VM instance in the region. Select the region and zone. Determine the subnet and assign the internal IP address from the subnet IP address range. In the navigation menu, go to compile. Where is it? Compile engine and VM instance. Now create instance. I do 531, 531, like this better. Region, gonna do region 1. I'm gonna do zone 1. We do any. Select E for the series, select E2. For machine type, select E2. E2 micro. And click create. Okay, and then now we have one instance in east one zone, and then we're gonna create a second one. Gonna do another, let's say east zone and doesn't really matter. You can select any zone. We continue to select E2 and then E2 micro, and then we click create. The external IP address for both VM instances are ephemeral. I don't know how to pronounce this. Ephemeral. If an instance is stopped, I'm going to skip this. Any ephemeral external IP addresses assigned to the instance are released back to the general compute engine pool and become available for use by other projects. When the stop instance is started again, a new ephemeral external IP address is assigned to the instance. Alternatively, you can reserve a static external IP address which is assigned to the address to your project indefinitely until you explicitly release it. I wonder if this costs money though. Like you reserve a static external IP address. Click check my progress. Okay. Now we have two instances. We're gonna explore the connectivity for VM instances. Explore the connectivity for the VM instances, specifically try to SSH to your VM instances using TCP port 22 and ping both internal and external IP address of your VM instances using ICMP. Then explore the effects of the firewall rules on connectivities by removing the firewall rules individually. Verify connectivity for the VM instances. The firewall rules that you create with my network, in my case, I have a network 531.581, allow ingress SSH and ICMP traffic from within my network and outside the network external IP. In the navigation menu, go to VM instances. VM instances. Let me see. P4 my R2 VM. Yeah, I have different internal IP and external IP. Okay. My net USVM, does it have? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so for the first instance, click on SSH and it'll launch a SSH window. Click allow. Okay, now we have terminal and connect. Okay, you can SSH because you allow SSH firewall rules, which allow incoming traffic from anywhere for TCP 22 port. The SSH connection works seamlessly because compute engine generate SSH key for you and store in one of your following locations. By default, compute engine adds a generator key to project or instance metadata. If your account is configured to use OS login, compute engine store the generator key with your user account. Alternatively, you can control access to Linux instances by creating SSH key and edit public SSH key metadata. To test connectivity to one VM internal IP, run the following command, replacing with the internal IP. Okay, we're gonna do ping, and then I'm gonna get the internal IP here. I can do copy. Okay, there you go. So basically, I'm SSH from my browser, that's anywhere in the internet, to one of my instance, to the first instance I created, and it's successfully. And now I can do okay, and now I can try external IP. And it's also successfully. Which firewall rules allow the ping to VM's external IP address? Is the allow SSH. Okay. You can SSH to one of the VM you created and ping the other one internal and external IP as expected. Alternatively, can SSH to one VM and ping the other VM internal and external IP address, which also work. Okay. Remove the allow ICMP firewall rules by trying to ping the internal and try to ping the internal external address of one instance. Oh, I might have SSH ping. Oh, wait, what's the question? To ping external, that's allow custom. Okay, and then let's do this. We go to instance, we go to VPC network, go to firewall. We're gonna remove the ICMP. We're gonna delete this one. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same as first internal IP. and then we're gonna do the external IP. You can internal IP, you can ping internal IP because of allow custom firewall rule. And then you can see the difference here. The internal, you have everything, 0% packet lost. And if you try to ping external, you have 100% packet lost. Okay, so that means the ICMP rules, the firewall ICMP rule determined that you cannot ping external IP if you don't have that rule. It said here, the 100% packet loss indicate that you cannot ping the VM's external IP. This is expected because you deleted the allow ICMP firewall rules. Okay, and now we're going to remove the allow custom firewall rules. Go back here, allow custom. Okay, now we're going to do the same again. First, try the internal. Wait, what? File will delete it. Okay. Now we're gonna try internal. Okay. Internal, it should be ping C internal IP here. Wait, let me close this. Let me retry to reconnect. And go back to the VM. VM instances, compute engine, VM instances. Okay, let's do the other one. Do the SSH again, authorize again, and then we're going to do ping. Let me do this again. Ping. Wait a second. Why is it still working though? Wait. Okay. this because okay, I'm gonna do ping the other VM instance, so it's still working. If I ping the external IP of the other VM, it's not working. So it seems like, wait a second, the firewall rule is wrong. Okay, try to get to the bottom of this. Firewall. One of them worked, but not the other one. The allow custom firewall rules supposed to be is working for, is not working. The allow ICMP rule is working. Let me get back here, but I can't not get back here. The next exercise will be deleting allow SSH rule. So let's do a quick search. Deleting allow ICMP rules. Still allowing me to ping internal IP of Google Cloud VM instance. If you delete the allow ICMP rule 5, oh wait, no, did that work? Custom allow custom. If you delete the allow custom firewall rule, you should no longer be able to ping the internal IP of a Google Cloud. However, if you're still able to ping the internal IP, you could be due to other firewall rules that are allowing the traffic. For example, the default allow ICMP rule might still be in place and allowing ICMP, which is used for pinging, but no, I don't have it. Additionally, the default allow internal rule allow ingress connection for all protocols and ports among instances in the network, which could also be allowing the ping. It's also possible there is a glitch in the GCP system. This more likely, although this is less common. we are still able to ping the internal IP after deleting the allow custom rule. You should check other firewall rules to see if they're allowing the traffic. If you can do this by navigating VPC network firewall rule session GCP console and checking the rules. If you find that the other rule allowing the traffic, you may need to modify, delete them to prevent the ping. So I believe this is a glitch because there's no other firewall rules. I don't think I'm not gonna use this anyway. So this is for remote desktop. I'm gonna delete this. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna do an internal. Oh, look like this worked. So I believe that there's a mistake in. There you go. Oh, why is the allow RDP would interfere the allow custom. Okay, but we do have the knowledge, making sure if you're in the real job, that will be raise a caution, and then you want to be 100% on it to see why it's allowing that, because it's definitely either a glitch or mistake in your firewall rule. It's worth digging into. But now we have the knowledge, we're gonna move on. Exit terminal, and then we are going to do the remove SSH. That will not allow us to SSH anymore. So we're gonna do select the allow SSH and delete. This is within the VPC firewall rules, same as we have done for the other 3 rules, and it's deleted. And then now we go back to the instances and click on, we're going to try both instances. Now we're trying on the first instance, and it should be rejected. It should fail because we just removed the SSH rule. Looks like it's failing. Alright, spelling. Let's try the other one. More authorized. Yeah, it looks like spelling that too. Okay, it's spelling, so it works. So the exercise is correct. Okay, now we review. In this lab, you explore the default network along with its subnets, routes, and firewall rules. You delete the default network and determine that you cannot create any VM instances without the VPC network. Thus, you create a new auto mode VPC network with subnets, routes, and firewall rules and 2 VM instances. Then you tested the connectivities for the VM instances and explore the effect of the firewall rules on connectivities. And then, okay, so we're done with this exercise, done with this lab. Let's see what quiz. What is the main reason custom choose preemptible VM? What is the main reason customers choose preemptible VMs? To use custom type. Okay, alright, we haven't studied these yet, so I'm gonna end it here.